How's everybody doing today? It's really nice out here today, finally. Some pretty blue skies for a change. We've had that Saharan dust going on, so it's been kind of, the sun was out, but it'd be kind of gloomy. And we had a couple really good rains, which we really, really needed. I hope it, from what they're saying, it may continue later on in the week. So, this way, this way. I'll get it in a minute.
Buddy.
He loves his Chewy. There we go. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Here's your goodies. Okay, can't you do that? Sit. Stood on my leg. Gosh, okay. So we got a nice breeze going, and not bad at all. But
Wait a minute. I hope that didn't sound right. I don't have this plugged in.
okay,
Hold on.
okay,
They can hear you. It's just it's not like it should be.
oh, okay. He's working on something, so guys, if you don't hear us really good, wait. It's gonna take a minute. Todd says, "Hey Skip, Todd, I'm here in the village and doing a lifestyle visit." Well, hey Todd. Somewhere in the sun says, "Hey y'all."
That should sound better.
And Julie Ship says 84 degrees here.
Hi, Julie. When are you coming down?
84 degrees, that's pretty good. And 84 degrees, that's pretty good. Somewhere in the sun says nice hat. 84 degrees, that's pretty good. Nice hat, Skip. Somewhere in the sun says nice hat.
Okay.
Jerry says looks like a lot of hot air on the porch. Yeah. And Buddy, like I said, they sent me a.
I'm going to unplug that so that the wind don't make it go in.
Oh, okay. When I ordered Buddy's Chewies this week, they sent me a new kind, and he's really loving it. Daddy's not going in; he'll be right back. Okay. But he's really loving them, and these are bacon flavored. They had cheese and peanut butter, and I actually ordered the cheese, but they sent me bacon, and I said he's really loving it. But he's coming right back, buddy. God. All right, he's coming right back. Here, I think he's seeing a bird or something. What a great way to start. Come on. Yep, sees the birds. There's a couple birds here that play in our mulch, and they're always irritating Buddy. They actually sit down, and when they throw the mulch out of the beds, they actually throw it at him. And you wouldn't think a dog would notice the birds. The birds walking around, he doesn't bother with them. You know, the cranes and all those birds doesn't bother him. It's just those two birds that fly around here, and they've got a nest in one of these trees. And I said they drive him crazy. Okay, there you go.
Here.
There's his tree.
You want this?
Yeah, like I said, he's seen the birds. So, let's see. Oh, Todd says they're staying in Well Point. Well, that's a good area to be.
Huh?
Said they're staying in Well Point. They're here for the lifestyle visit.
I don't know if that's a good place or not.
Well,
I don't know almost nothing about south of 44.
Well, that's true.
Good location, bad location, and what makes it a good location? I mean, in your opinion, close to a pool, close to a shopping center.
It's close to Eastport.
So that's the reason why you want to be there.
Well, that's one of the reasons, yeah. And
Think,
the
just
Olympia
think
Rec
about
Center.
that before you buy a house there. Can you hear all the bands and noise every night, every night, every night, every night?
Well, I don't know how close, but yeah, it's close to Eastport and the Olympia Rec Center, where they had
Here for vacation, that'd be fine. But we had a house fairly close to Lake Sumter, so I know a little bit of what I'm talking about when it comes to the noise.
Racer Girl says, hello, Sue and Gramps. Hello, everyone, and get him, buddy. He was going to, like I said, if he could catch those birds. The ones that walk around here doesn't bother him at all. It's those two that fly here, and like I said, they'll sit in the mulch and they'll kind of pitch it at him, and he just,
He's like the dog that chases a car. If he caught the car, what's he going to do?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And then Todd says no for something. I don't know whether that's a good area or it's not a good area. I'm not sure if that's what his no is, but
Yeah, explain yourself. Don't put words like no in there. We don't know what you're knowing to.
yeah, because it is far down there. So it is kind of far away from most of the stores and things going on. It is close to East Point. I do
But
know
he's here
that.
for a lifestyle visit. So it's okay. You got a week or whatever you got there on the lifestyle visit to check the area out. Then you'll kind of know more about what you want, what you don't want, what you want to be with or be near, or this or that. But always remember, the average villager here buys 3 homes before they die. I'm in my second. I don't plan on doing any more.
Craig says at least Buddy is not chasing parked cars. No, he doesn't chase the parked ones. Well, he has to pee on the tire of the parked ones. But like I said, he really hates golf carts with a passion. I mean, it's all I can do to hold on to him when a golf cart goes
He
by.
hates everything out here.
Yeah.
He hates the lizards. He hates golf carts. He hates UPS. He hates FedEx. He hates birds.
I can't say that he hates them, but he goes after them. Yeah, he makes a point of going after them. So, hey, Gina Bean, I haven't seen you in a while. Rich A, hi from Warminster, 93 degrees, going to be 100 by 4 p.m. Yeah, we got a couple days of reprieve. We had yesterday and the day before, we had a really good rain the other day, and that cooled it down a little bit. And so yesterday and the day before was really pretty nice. I mean, it was low 90s, and not much going on, but like I said, after being in the high 90s, it felt pretty good. uh,
Well, last week you took a picture of the thing in there. It said there were the temperature. Where's the temperature thing at out here? Somewhere out here.
it's in one of
Oh,
these.
there's one of the flower pots out here somewhere. And this is the area in the afternoon. This area right here heats up really bad, and it was 123 degrees.
Yeah, and like I said, it was in that pot right there in the sun. So, but oh, happy birthday, Billy! So unique day. I was born in Miami in 1963, and today I'm 63 lucky.
I think he lives over at. My mind just went blank. What's the name of this town over here?
Leesburg.
They give me the police right around in the car.
Oh, Fruitland Park.
Fruitland Park. I think that's where he lives.
Yeah, but Buddy's a protector, all right. He protects me from every noise he ever hears.
He hears things that nobody hears.
Yeah.
I swear to God, he does. He'll be in bed with Sue. I'm usually up editing videos at night because it's easier for me to do that. And I go in the kitchen and get a cup of coffee or something, and I'm in my socks, no shoes, just socks, and I'm walking really quiet. I mean, really quiet. And then all of a sudden, I don't make 3 steps outside that bedroom, and I hear him barking in the bedroom.
Yeah.
He hears me, and I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, he does. And the bell on my oven, my alarm on the timer, when it goes off, he just practically does flip flops. It bothers him so bad that, and I understand that shrill noise. It evidently probably bothers his ears a lot, but I never never had a dog that reacted that way to the timer.
Let's just say Buddy, since he was a puppy, even bringing him home at 5 weeks or 6 weeks old, however old he was, he's just been a character,
Yeah.
and it's never stopped.
Yeah. Anna Marie says, hello, all. Morning task all done. Anyone else get to Florida 250 exhibit this week? I didn't, Anna Marie, and I wanted to. I wanted to go really bad. And I went up to get Buddy's chicken yesterday, and I was going to stop by on my way back. And then I had somebody call me, and this is something that I learned that I didn't know about. And I won't give you any names or anything, but she had went for a colonoscopy, and she told him that she was taking an Uber because her husband's not able to
Buddy.
drive. So she told him she was taking an Uber, and when she got there, They wouldn't do the procedure.
Buddy. He's like he's there. Say, buddy, buddy, buddy. He doesn't even pay no attention. He doesn't even look at you. Buddy.
Maybe it's you he's not looking at. He's looking at Mom down there. Yeah.
He was barking at this bird that was flying around.
But anyhow, she told him that she was taking an Uber. And when she got there, they wouldn't start the procedure because she said she was going to take the Uber home. And they would not let her go home in an Uber. And so they weren't going to do it. And she called me, and I went and I told her, I said, I'll come get you. And so she told me that somebody was coming to get her. So they went ahead and done it. But I did not know that they would not release you.
Well, that doctor, you can't say they. It's that doctor wouldn't release her. Some other doctor may not have cared.
Surgery center, and that's what they specialize in is colonoscopies. But yeah, they would not let her take an Uber home, and so she was sitting there for an hour and a half thinking, what am I going to do? And she called me, so I told her I'd come pick her up, and they said, okay, as long as it's somebody that'll sign for you, and I did. I signed for her. So, but yeah, never occurred to me.
They won't let her take an Uber home. I wonder if they'd let her drive herself. If she said, I'm driving.
Well, I did. My last ones.
So you can drive home, but you can't take an Uber home.
Well, I said, you got to sign the paperwork.
I just like to find a reasoning in some of this stuff around here.
Well, you had to sign the paperwork to release you, because I signed the paperwork.
So can you sign the paperwork to take an Uber?
I don't know what the reasoning, whether they think maybe you'd pass out and somebody take advantage of you or what. I don't know.
I don't even.
Just
goof.
Just a little tip in case that comes up. Uber's great, but that kind of thing might come up.
By the way, this is the last year that I want to see that vine there.
Okay.
Next time Shanna comes over here, tell him to dig it up, roots and all, get it out of here.
Well,
there's not a flower on this thing. This has been years.
It's starting to flower now.
It should have flowered a long time ago. It'll have 1 or 2 flowers on it, and you say it's flowering. It's not doing anything.
The bugs get to it after, but...
It ain't the bugs. I'm telling you, this vine ain't worth a crap.
Okay. Okay, when Shannon comes over, you had him tear it.
There ain't no bugs on it.
Well,
show me one. Yet. Show me one leaf. Show me one leaf.
They're not. There's none on there yet. That's why there's flowers on it.
There's only 1 flower on it.
If you look, it's full of blooms. It's not bloomed yet, except
I'm looking. I don't see a bloom on it.
On the other side there.
There was 1.
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
That's blooming.
It's all buds.
There's no buds. I'm looking right at it. There, I don't see a bud.
Whatever. I'll have him take it out.
All I see is new leaves coming on.
I was going to have him take it out the last time, and there was too much commotion. So.
What's too much commotion?
Well, she was using the.
You weren't going to have him take it. You had him take that out over there. I'm telling you, if you don't tell him to take it out, I'm going to spray it with Roundup, and you won't have to worry about it. I'll kill it. I'm done with this thing. It blocks the light so that light stays on 24 hours a day. It never shuts off. It's on now.
Okay. Well, like I said, I cut it back the other day, but we got rain.
I'm going to cut it back.
Grew like crazy. Well, go ahead and dig it out.
I'm not digging it out. It's too much work, but Roundup don't take much work.
Yeah. Well, like I said, the bugs will take care of it if I don't.
There ain't no bugs on it. You keep bringing up bugs.
Jeez.
You did the same thing when in wintertime, the first year we was here, and the grass started turning brown. You go, oh, we need to water it. Got to water it.
Oh, what would you call it?
Zoysia grass goes dormant in the winter. Always has, always will.
Well, it's brown now.
Huh?
It's brown now.
The areas out there that's brown now, they said, like you told me the last time he looked at it, said we had
mole crickets.
Mole crickets.
That was in the back, and then they did.
No. Here, I said, what about this brown spot up here? And you said mole crickets.
And I think that's what it is.
You said he sprayed for them.
They don't spray for the mole crickets, but yeah, they put a powder.
Whatever they did, a powder or whatever, they took care of it. Well, that brown spot is still there.
Well, but we haven't had any, that much water. I think it's.
You ever notice how you make excuses for everybody not doing their job correctly, but it's always an excuse? It's blooming.
I didn't have to worry about it before you did it.
We have a bloom.
Yeah. Didn't have to worry about it before when you did it.
What?
The yard.
What about the yard?
I said I didn't have to worry about it when you did it.
Worry about what?
Change the subject.
What are you talking about? I never know what you're talking about. You always talk circles. I never sprayed the yard for mole crickets. I just use that powdery stuff you get from Lowe's.
Okay.
And I got that because we had fire ants over here, if you remember right. And I will say one thing, whatever that stuff was I got, and I don't remember what it was, but boy, when it come to fire ants, it took care of the fire ants like the next day the nest was gone, empty.
Yeah. I think, well, like I said, my flowers didn't do well this year either, and I think we got the snails back. I might have to put that powder on again because I've seen a bunch of them over there
Over where?
on top of the ground. Over here, around that brick. No.
The snails have to live on plants that they eat.
Well, I was going to say,
Like
what?
whatever they eat, and it don't look like they're eating anything here.
Okay.
We had them, whatever the plants was when you first moved in, they kind of looked like a marigold bush, almost kind of like. And they were planted right out there. And every night I came out here with a flashlight, and there was hundreds of snails on that bush. There's nowhere else, just that bush.
Well, I just happened to notice a bunch of shells over there, and I said,
Those shells don't mean that we have snails. Those shells could be who knows how old they are.
okay.
Was they alive or dead?
Well, I don't know. I didn't play with them.
Well, you can tell by looking at the end of it. If you don't see anything in there, then they're dead.
Well, I'm sure they're dead. They've been laying up there on top for a long
those
time.
shells may have been there for 2 years
Yeah.
now, 3 years now.
Could be. Yeah, I love watching you guys argue. Yeah. So it's gardening with the Bickersons. Thanks, Bad Carm. We forget you all are here. Billy says, here's some trivia. Before the Walmart in Fruitland Park was built, the property was a drive-in theater. Now you know. Why, I seen an advertisement, not an advertisement, an article in the paper a couple weeks ago about the Ocala drive-in. And I didn't know that they had one. And they've got 2 screens. So they've got four different movies. And like something that was different about that, because, you know, we all know drive-ins. But something that was different about that was they charge you a vending charge. If you go, you know, it was so much to get in.
It's annoying, ain't it?
What?
Housewash people.
Oh.
Hold on. Hello?
Good afternoon. This is Atia with No Pressure House Washing.
Yeah.
I'm just calling to confirm your 6-month appointment with us this Friday, the 17th.
Okay.
This Friday? Can we have a house wash this Friday, or we have something to do?
No, we don't got anything going Friday.
Okay, what time?
I have a tech scheduled to be there between the times of 11 and 1.
Yeah, that'd be good. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, anywhere in there.
All right. Now, are we going to pressure wash your landscape borders for the additional 25?
No.
All right. Okie dokie. We'll see you then.
All right. Are you sending out Jonathan?
We don't have a Jonathan.
What's the guy's name that always comes out here? Because I want the same guy every time. What's the guy? Sue. I'm trying. What's the guy that comes out here? What's his name?
Jeez, I don't know.
Jason. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Jason.
that's it.
Yeah, Jason is not.
Oh, well, let's put it off for a while because I don't like the idea of 2 and 3 different guys coming out here. I mean, that's what happened years ago, and it never worked out well.
So you want me to just cancel you?
I didn't say cancel me. Just don't. I'm just not going to do it this Friday. I'll call you. Thanks. All right. You know, some of these companies around here are getting really arrogant on the phone. I've been a customer of them people now for 10 years. And then I don't know who this lady is. They go through people all the time. So she said, well, Jason ain't with them anymore. No. She said, no, Jason isn't with him for the time being. That's what she said. I don't know what that means. But all I know is he's not coming here.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, you heard what I said. So she goes, so you want us to cancel you? I said, no, I'll call you. We'll just make the appointment some other time. I'm thinking that JC's on vacation. He'll call him.
Yeah.
And so she says, well, she smacked her lips. Well, okay, if that's the way you feel about it, I'll tell the boss. The hell's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. Like I said, I was not crazy about them last time, so.
Huh?
So I had a problem with, well, I said last time they didn't do it because we didn't have all the stuff moved.
No, it was Jason.
Yeah.
I talked to the boss.
And
She said, unless you had a bunch of trash or something piled up around the house, she said, that's the only requirement we have. I said, well, it's the same as it's always been.
no, we didn't have this furniture out here.
6 months ago, we may have had this exact furniture here, but there was furniture here.
And all my plants, and I understand that part. But yeah, okay. But well, just don't forget to call him back because it needs to be done.
We'll see.
Okay. And there's other places you don't have to go to them.
Nope. I don't know if I no pressure. I don't want a high pressure wash. I want a no pressure wash.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm sure there's other places that do it. So, um, oh, Elaine Scursy says my friend in Arizona, same issue. Can't take Uber. I bet it's because they can't bring you in and make sure you are okay. Yeah.
Here's what I'm thinking. It's a liability thing somewhere along the line. That's the only reason why they would tell you no. Liability. If the Uber driver has a wreck and you get hurt, is the hospital responsible for you?
Well, and just like would an Uber driver sign you out?
Why can't you sign yourself out? It's not like you're awake.
They had me sign. I was picking her up. They had me sign for her.
I don't understand that at all.
Well, I don't either. But anyhow, it's just one of those things to be aware of.
Yeah, don't get old. When
Craig,
you get old, you come down here and they pull all kinds of stupid tricks on you.
oh, Brad says good afternoon from Daryl's Diner in Pinellas.
I've been over there.
Yeah,
It's usually a very busy place.
it is. Oh, Agent K wants to know what our favorite pizza shop is in the Villages.
We don't have any.
Yeah, we don't really
If I
have
had to
any.
pick one, the ones that I've had that had a good flavors to it, but it didn't what I'm looking for. But still, it was a good pizza. The crust was crisp. The crust was crisp. Is that right? Crust is crisp. The bottom. I'm not talking about around the edges. The bottom. That's the part that gets bad at pizza places. It's always limp. You pick it up, it falls down. It's just anyway. Is Paisanos.
Paisanos, yeah.
Yeah.
Also Bravo, over in Lake Sumter. They've got a good flavorful pizza. I've been over there in a long time.
I was going to say I was there once a long time ago. It seems to me I did get a pizza, but I don't remember it. But they also had spaghetti and some other stuff.
Oh
in
yeah,
there.
yeah.
It's almost like a buffet line, right? You went
Well,
down,
no, they had different kinds of pizza.
I know.
That, but
No, I mean when we went in and you wanted to sit down to order a pizza or you ordered a pizza, whatever, you get a tray and make your drink or whatever, and they had like a sliding thing where you slid the tray down, and then on the other side of the window. That's not the same place.
yeah,
Okay, never mind.
yeah. But anyhow, they got a good tasting
Must
pizza.
have been Rockport.
Paisanos and like I said, Bravo are two of the best that we've found down here. Not what we're used to, but it's good.
But I won't say it's right next door, but it's pretty close to next door to Bravo's up at Lake Sumter. Used to be the best Subway that I've been to in a long time. Sandwiches were great, the people was great, and they had the best outdoor seating of any place up there, and then they left town.
Yeah. Craig the Sailor said the VA is doing his surgery next week, and they actually scheduled the Uber for me from Lake City. And yes, I had Uber take me to the doctor after I had my accident because I didn't have a car and I couldn't drive. But I didn't have any type of surgery. Went for physical therapy is what I was going for. So they didn't say anything about that. I said this is the first time I ever heard of that. But evidently for that particular doctor, that's something that they wouldn't do. So
I just don't understand it.
and good luck to you, Craig. I'm hoping everything goes well.
I'm thinking that doctor's the one he puts it on the chart. No Uber. I mean,
Well,
because I just don't understand why an Uber.
well, and she said they didn't tell her because she told them she was coming by Uber. But
But I do know here that a lot of the Ubers here are foreigners, and they don't speak very good English. Not all of them, but I've noticed a lot of them are that way. So maybe that's why. I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe they're illegals. I don't know.
Yeah. Yes, he needs his cookies today.
Huh?
Somebody said you need your cookies today.
No. I don't know why everybody thinks that I'm grouchy all the time. I'm not grouchy all the time. I just have my way of saying things, and I get right to the point, and I don't dilly dally around about it. I would not make a good politician, because I always said if I was ever elected to anything, I'd be the first fastest one-term person they'd ever meet, because I'd go to one of these meetings instead of using all the college words and all the the hand gestures and all the bullshit that they go through. That'd be the guy telling them, you're all full of crap. And we're not doing it that way, so
Okay.
people don't like that. People like to be lied to. They like to be They want you to be like a circus clown. You know, they want you to be the Jerry Lewis while you're on YouTube, and that ain't me. If I'm Jerry Lewis, that means you're Dean Martin.
Um. Oh, Anne Marie says you're extra spicy today. So.
Extra spicy. I don't know what that means.
Define grouchy.
Oh, grouchy. I'm not grouchy.
Oh. Yeah. Casa del Sol Boutique Bread and Breakfast says, hi, Skip and Sue. Great to see you both. Bruno, her husband, is putting the furniture together as you are sitting on the porch. We'll join him July 26th. Looking forward to getting the new home looking like a home. Wow. Well, congratulations, you guys. I know you'll love it.
We've been through all that.
Yeah.
Buy new, make everything fit. The furniture I got doesn't look right. We got to update it. We got to get rid of this and buy some new that, and it's a process. And just so you don't take anything I say wrong, it goes on for years. It doesn't get any better for a long time.
Oh, Rich says hello from the Netherlands. Well, hello. How are you? Nice.
Rick, you're starting to make it a habit.
Beautiful out here today. You ought to be here.
Right there, right there. That's what he barks at. That bird right
That's
there.
what I know.
It keeps flying in the same dot area right here.
Like I said, they got a nest here somewhere, and they come and
That
find you.
bird ain't got no nest here. That's a water bird.
Oh,
That's one of them long neck birds that actually dive underwater to get fish. They don't have no nest here. Ironically, though, one of our neighbors down the road had ducks made a nest in their bushes. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And she was there all the time, and so he went out. He had some of that crime tape, or yellow crime tape. He actually put this crime tape around the nest so that the person that mowed his yard wouldn't bother the ducks.
I thought that was very sweet. Silicium asks, how has Deb been lately? Loved when you guys did your two forks up. She's doing okay. I haven't talked to her since July 4th, and I need to call her. But she seemed to be doing okay, and the place that she's at has a lot of entertainment going on, and so they had a party to go to, and then they went to some kind of show that they did special for July 4th, and they both are citizens on patrol now. They got their own little golf cart, and they got their uniforms, and they drive around the neighborhood, kind of like we have with the guys in the little white trucks here, your CDD. It's kind of like that. They just go around and keep an eye on everything. And like I said, they get a really big kick out of that. So I said, just like you, I knew you would do something like that. But her Skip, when they moved down there, he worked when he was up here. He worked at the golf course, and so when he got down there, he wasn't working, so he needed something to do. So that's she put him to work. But they're doing pretty good. So, and yeah, I miss doing two forks up, and I wish in the worst way I could do it again, but it's a lot of scheduling. That it's not just going out with the girls and having lunch. It's a lot of scheduling that has to be done because there's a lot of editing that has to be done, and Skip has to do that. So coinciding with his, it's just too much work on him. So, but let's say Barbara Ebner says, hello, all looks like you have a breeze. We are hot, hot, hot up here in PA. Yeah, we do have a nice breeze today. Now, it's funny because in the morning, there won't be any air. Most of the time. There will be, when I walk Buddy early in the morning, there's no air. And then about 10 o'clock, it starts picking up, and we get a little bit of a breeze. And today
By
we
4
have a good
o'clock,
breeze.
it's raining.
Yeah, yeah, it's usually in between 3 and 4 is raining. So
Today, I'm not too sure it's going to rain at all. I don't see the clouds building up over there very much.
there's the thing says chance of showers, and that's it.
Thing in there
After
says it's
3.
going to get rain.
Yeah, was it
So-
after 3? So, but
Which we need more, a lot more.
yeah, we do. Yeah, Anna Marie says Netherlands, home of the original red, white, and blue. Yes.
Where did we decide the Netherlands was? I don't remember. Last week I asked, where's the Netherlands at?
Um,
Is that Canada?
Dutch area.
Well, that answers my question.
Holland.
Sweden?
I don't know. Sweden.
Denmark?
Like I said, I'm
By the
not
way,
sure.
Denmark, you know we're going to make you our 51st state. I don't know. I'm just stirring up shit.
Oh, no, that'll be the 51st will be Cuba, then Greenland.
51st what?
The first 51st will be Cuba, and
Nah,
then Greenland.
we won't make them a state because we won't make Puerto Rico a state. They want to do it, but see, the thing is people Puerto Rico don't want to be a state. You can't make them be a state. They get so much money from the United States being part of our territory to allow us to put naval bases and stuff
And
there.
where in that sentence did I say Puerto Rico?
I'm just saying, we're not going to make Cuba a state because we can't even make Puerto Rico a state.
Okay. Well, they're doing okay the way they are. So
Yeah, they get millions of dollars from us for some strange reason.
now Vicky in Paradise says she loves Bravo. Yeah, and I love the flavor of the pizza at Bravo. It wasn't so much the way they made it, but I love the flavors in it. And you know, it's just hard to get any pizza around here with anything on it.
Meat. We're talking about meat,
Meat, yeah.
sausage, hamburger.
You get the meat pizza and you can count the meat. I mean,
Yeah,
they
we've
might
actually
throw a
done
couple
that.
pepperoni on there.
We
But
went to Roberto's. Is that the name of the restaurant over here at Pinellas? Roberto's. Anyway, we got pizza or something a long time ago, and I was sitting there. They put it on the tray. They set it high so it makes it look like something. And then I'm looking at it, going, "Look at this! I could actually see hamburger. There's one over there. There's one over here."
yeah, and you know we're used to Chicago pizza. You know the kind that just it's a pound in every slice. But yeah, down here they skimp on that kind of stuff, and uh, not that that's bad, you know. But like I said, we just prefer the taste, the paisanos, and Gio's also is very good, and Gio's is relative to
What's that
Roberto's.
place over here where they were brothers that owned several restaurants? Is over here next to the Harley Davidson shop on 301. What's the name of that place?
Stavros.
No, we went there, and the guy, owner, whoever it was, one of the brothers was arrested for child trafficking or something or another. And when he left, the brothers, I think they sold the place to somebody, and I can't remember the name of it because I think they kept the same name.
Oh, Napolinos.
Is it Napolinos?
And it wasn't Napoli's, but that's what it is now.
What was it before?
I'm trying to think.
Well, anyway, whatever it was, I think they had a pretty decent pizza. I just didn't like the inside because they tried to cram so many tables in there,
Yeah.
so many everything in there that literally it was just elbow to elbow to sit down in this place, and I just felt uncomfortable. I mean, really, I'm sitting in a place, and there's a person sitting right here next to me. They're not with me, and they're talking whatever they're talking on that table, and I just don't like that.
Oh, okay. MKM Mitch, the surgery patient can't sign discharge papers because they have had anesthesia and might not remember what was told to them and should have a responsible person with them for the first 24 hours.
What if you had Alzheimer's? That means I can't sign myself out again either.
Well, I wouldn't think so, no.
Why not? What if I'm undiagnosed Alzheimer's?
Well, that, they wouldn't know.
Hmm.
But like I said, whoever picks you up should be a responsible person. And I said, because she was a little woozy.
So what if a guy that I don't know is picking me up to sign me out? It's all been approved, but this guy has been convicted of drunken driving 12 times. You
God.
laugh, but you
You
got to
just-
watch my news every week. There's always 3, 4, 5 DUIs on there, no driver's license, and they're driving around.
Oh my, okay. But that makes sense, Mitch. I thought it might be something like that, and like I said, I thought maybe with an Uber driver, they wouldn't sign you out for one, and because they wouldn't want liability. Um, but yeah, I figured it was something like that, but I just didn't know because I'd never had that happen before. So,
See, another good reason I think why the villages should have legit corporate taxi service. We don't have any. We have people with cars that say are taxi service. That's not a taxi service. A legit one has insurance on the passengers. It has all this kinds of stuff, and they can pick people up at the hospital, take them home, take them to the hospital. They can do all that. The so-called PAM cab service here is not a taxi cab service.
okay, you know that for a fact.
If you
I
got,
know they have to.
you got one car, That doesn't make her a taxi cab service.
You have to be licensed for that kind of crap, so I don't know.
God.
Okay, let's see. Mark Berry says, Skip, I used the same house wash company until last year when the guy they sent told me my house was larger than normal and he needed more money. I paid it, but never again. I called Leprechaun.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
House wash.
Well,
He used the
no, I
same
don't want
guy.
just house wash. I want no pressure house wash.
Well, like I said, he said he used the same one,
Which one?
no pressure.
The same company we use?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when they got there, he said that they told him that the house was bigger than what they thought, and so they wanted to charge him more money.
See, that's the con from the guy because it's one price. It doesn't make a difference how big your house is. When I had it done last time, I asked about that. He said we just did one price. I think it was $69.95 to wash the house.
Yeah.
An extra $20 if you want to steam clean all the bricks. That's why I like Jason. He's the only one that has the steam cleaner.
Oh, okay. Well, like I said, he's the only one that wouldn't do it because we had too much stuff on the porch.
I know. I think maybe he.
Everybody else did, but he
I
didn't.
think he was on his period when he got here.
God, don't start. Yeah, Mitch says responsible person, Uber aren't responsible for you. No. And I said they wouldn't have signed those papers.
Well, what? At the hospital. Is this at the hospital? Village's hospital?
It's a surgery center. It's not at the hospital. It's a
The
surgery
question
center.
is it at the
All
village?
they do is surgery.
I don't care what they do. Is this at the Village's hospital?
No.
Oh, well, never mind. Because Village's hospital used to have their own taxi service. It was a golf cart to pick you up and take you up there. And I don't know if they still have that or
They've
not.
got one in the parking lot to get you, shuttle you from the parking lot to the hospital. Now,
Oh, they don't come to your house
I
anymore?
don't think so now.
Oh, that's too bad.
And you had your last colonoscopy at the same place that she was at.
I had my last colonoscopy in Indiana.
No, you had it here.
No, I've never had one here. I'm telling you, I've never had one here. I know. If you stick something up my ass, I know where I'm at. And I've never had one here.
Okay. Well, I have, and it's the same doctor I'd had. So, yeah, Jerry says, I don't think Skip would make it one term. He would be
No,
ousted.
I would. I know it. I'm honest enough.
Yeah.
Because people just can't stand the truth. They never could. I take that back. A small person can. And I guess I could go out of my way and be nice about bad news. But, you know, if the doctor told me Sue had terminal cancer and they're going to leave it to me to tell her, I'd come home and say, well, so where do you want to be buried? Because they said you got terminal cancer and we got to get this stuff out of the way. It's got to get done.
Yeah, which we need to have a talk after that. But
Bullshit. I'm getting cremated. I don't need no place to bury.
Highway Patrol, Adam 33, says coming for our lifestyle visit at the end of the month. Well, good for you. You'll love it here.
You say they're coming at the end of the month or they're going to be here till the end of the month?
They're
Look
coming.
at the size of that bug flying around. Well, wait a minute. Looks like the size of a hummingbird. Well, it's gone.
They've been a hummingbird.
No.
It was a bug?
No, I could see it. It was a big, might have been a mole cricket. I don't know.
No, they're coming for their lifestyle visit at the end of the month.
Where are they coming from?
Yeah, where are you coming from, him? Highway Patrol?
Yeah, see, I'm a trucker. Would you say coming up? That means you're down by Miami? Because we're up from Miami.
He didn't say up.
What'd you say?
Coming for our lifestyle visit.
Oh, I thought you said you're coming up.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Never mind, it was her fault.
He said, love your news reports.
Well, let me just tell you, give you some bad news, that it's very possible in the near future that the news reports are going to come to a complete end, stop, because the views on them are going down so bad that I don't understand what's going on.
I don't think you should do the everyday news. I think that's
That goes for Patreons only. They don't go on YouTube.
okay.
Most of these people are not members, are on YouTube. And I take all my daily news from Patreon, put them together, and I put them on Friday news for YouTube.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm going by. My news on YouTube used to get between, an average, say, 10 to 15,000 views within 3 or 4 days. And now we're down. I checked the one from 4 days ago, and I haven't even hit 4,000 views yet. So I'm thinking about just stopping it altogether.
Well, like I said, everything this time of year, everybody's on vacation and
That's what I keep saying in my head.
yeah,
People are on
holidays.
vacation. The people even here, and I'm seeing it in my neighborhood. The grandkids are down here by the millions.
Yeah.
I've never seen so many around here, but we got a lot of new neighbors that I don't know who they are. They're younger.
So they got younger grandkids.
That's what I keep thinking. That's probably what it is. And
Grandkids are here.
huh?
Judy's grandkids are here.
Yeah, I saw them yesterday. But they're never outside during the daytime.
They're usually gone.
No, you around about 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, she'll open up that garage door and then bring the golf cart out. Then they take off, and I figure they're going down to the square or whatever.
Well,
But I don't see them during the
they got a
day.
hot tub back there, so
Oh, that's right. She does have a hot tub.
yeah.
She never invited me over, though.
Yeah.
I'd sit in that thing all day.
Casa del Sol says we have a lot of cardboard now. Bruno said the garbage man took a pick of the pile. After they take the pick, how many days after do they come around to take it away? They do. I think you have to go on the Jacobs website and see they've got a limit on how much they'll pick up. Just same way as trash bags. They've got a limit. It's quite a bit, but I don't know what it is. But if you go on their website and it'll have all the particulars on there, or go to districtgov.org and check with the like I said, I think it'll have on there utilities and that kind of thing, and they'll probably have trash pickup on there and check on there, and they'll tell you how many bags you're allowed to leave out and that kind of thing. And if they only took part of it, it'll be the next trash day before they get the rest of it, unless you call them about bigger things. If you've got an old chair you want to get rid of, they won't take it. You have to call Jacobs and
That's because they got a special truck. They don't put that kind of stuff on a garbage truck.
no, they don't put that on a garbage truck. And I said, right now I don't think they have but one guy picking up the trash. They're doing this new system now with only picking up on the right side.
Which I think is bull.
Yeah, but it's their system. But like I said, they don't have the manpower to pick up anything heavy.
It's 100 degrees outside. They got one guy working on a truck, hoisting this stuff around, and he's running around from one house to another. Then you think they're done? Oh, no. He's got to come back around the other way now to get it on the other side of the street. I feel sorry for the guy on the back of the truck.
Well, I know, that they're not coming here until
That's another thing.
early morning. They used to come
They
early.
used to come early in the morning. By the time we got out of bed, it was all gone.
Yeah.
Now, I've been out here 10 o'clock in the morning, and garbage still sitting out here in the driveway.
Yeah, it used to be gone, but anyhow, they may not keep that. They were trying it out. I don't know how long it'll last, but I said if you got anything big like that, if you want it gone right away, you call Jacobs and tell them that you got a special pickup. They charge you $10, $10 extra. They'll put it on your water bill, but if it's just cardboard, like I said, it's just like having the trash bags. They have a certain amount that they take. And if they didn't take them all, they'll have to sit out there until they come back for the
How
next
do you pay your amenity fees?
with the water bill.
It's on the water bill? Because I was reading in there a while ago, I'll put it on the news about there are a lot of people here not paying their amenity fees.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Well,
mine
I
comes
got
on
an
the
email
bill.
from a guy because I said the same thing. I said, I don't understand that. How can you not pay an amenity fees? I mean, you have to pay them because I thought they combined the bills. And the guy sent me an email. He said, well, here's what happened to me, and I can't speak for nobody else. That he got billed for tens of thousands of gallons of water months ago. That he said, there's no way I use that much water. He said, there's no way. Now, I don't know anything of the particulars. I can't say yes or no to anything, but I'm just telling you what he said. And he said, that's enough water to float my house away. He said, there's absolutely no way, and I protested it. The village just simply said, well, it doesn't make any difference. You have to pay the bill or we'll stop your amenities. And so he said, in protest, he said, I refuse to pay the water bill. He says, or the amenities bill. He said, but wait a minute, I refuse to pay that water bill. He said, I've been paying it ever since. He said, but that 1 month, he said, they had me down for something like, some fictitious figure of like 500,000 gallons of water he used in a month. I go along with that. 500,000 gallons, you must have one hell of a leak somewhere or something.
Yeah.
But I go back to where they changed all these water mains out here to they be the remote control type. And so I don't know if it's got anything to do with it or
Well,
not.
they did have at one time. They had so many complaints about that they did do a one-time thing where if you have an exorbitant water bill, then they give you credit that one time. I don't know if they're still doing that or not because that was a year or two ago.
Well, that was his story. That's the reason why his amenity were being taken away from him because he refused to pay that 1 month's water bill. And so maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's the way the villages has of forcing you to pay, which, by the way, brings up an interesting question. Since when did the villages become our water people? That's Jacobs.
It's well, I don't know.
I don't know how all that works.
Well, and I said that's what I don't understand them not paying the amenity fee
That's
because
that's the villages.
it come all in one bill.
But my point is that water is Jacob's. I don't know why we're calling the villages.
That's who bills you.
Huh?
It comes on one bill.
That's Jacob's. How they do work their deal out with the water with the villages and my mama be that's a your problem, not a my problem. But I'm telling Jacob's I'm not paying that because that's wrong. That's who I would be arguing with.
Okay. Well, like I said, these people must be sending in separate checks or something because the bill comes all at once. Amenity fees and your water all comes on the
Well,
same
that's what
bill.
this guy said. He said, I refuse to pay that 1 month. He's been paying my water bill ever since. But he said he's gotten several letters about that, I guess, warning him that if you don't pay that bill, we're going to do this or that. You want to know the truth? If in the back of my mind, I'm not sure that's even legal. What does one bill have to do with another? That's like if you don't make a house payment, so the water people says, well, we're not going to give you any water then. I don't know if that's even legal.
Well, they could do it with gas and electric. Why not water? But they're
No,
talking
what do you mean they
amenity.
can do it gas and electric?
They can shut it off if you don't pay it.
No. If you don't make a house payment, that has nothing to do with your gas bill or your water bill. Keep it in mind, these are separate companies doing separate things, and they're working together with the villages to get all this stuff done. That's fine. But if I don't pay my gas bill, you can't shut the electricity off.
That's what I said. They're having problems with people not paying the amenity fee.
Right. And then I said, I don't get how one has to do with the other.
Other than I said they're all on one bill.
They are on one bill.
Yeah. So do you?
But you were talking about I don't know how they're paying it. Well, he just simply sends a check in, I guess, for one bill and not the other. And I didn't know we could even do that. Most people here is retired. You got to remember, this is a retirement community, regardless of what you see or hear, that they get auto pay. We have auto pay. And so your credit card, if it comes up, it just pays it,
Right.
And so this guy, apparently, if he did have auto pay, he stopped it. And then he started paying at a certain point while he was protesting his high water bill back here. And it's been going on for, over a year now. And finally, they started sending him letters saying, look, if you don't start paying, if you don't pay this bill, get it up, blah, blah, blah. There's probably penalties on it now, all kinds of stuff, that we're going to cut off your amenities. But he's been paying his amenities up to this point.
Yeah, I don't know. I somebody's got it wrong somewhere. But anyhow, yeah, if you still got cardboard out there, they'll pick it up the next round. And I said, they actually asked you to break it down because I know a lot of people have boxes when they move in. And then when you get new furniture and stuff like that, all of it comes in cardboard. And they asked you if you'll break it down. You don't have to, but it's the nice thing to do. And you can get more, more stacked that way. But yeah, if they didn't take all of it the first time, well, you just have to wait till they come back the next round, which is they come twice a week. And so I don't know what your days are, but on your next go round, they'll probably take it off.
When you come down here, you get it in the newspaper, look under the want ads a lot. You'll find there's a lot of people here that they'll come and get your cardboard, old pop cans, stuff like that to be recycled. They'll come and pick them up for free.
Yeah, and somebody that's going to move out of here, they'll come and get your boxes. So if you advertise them on, on any of the message boards, Talk of the Villages or Friendly Folks.
We gave our boxes away. Some builders can't pick them up. There was a Facebook or someplace. You just advertised that I just moved in. I got all these boxes. If anybody wants them, here's my address. And they just came and got them all.
Yeah. Yeah, and I said that's a way to get rid of, so you don't have to put them in the trash. Is just offer them to somebody. If it's just, just cut up cardboard, no. But if it's boxes and stuff like that you use for moving, yeah.
Or you could just start a fire, just burn them in the backyard. Nobody cares.
Don't do that. Okay. Barbara Ebner says, I hope you both are planning a trip soon. Some of these days. And Anne Marie says Netherlands is southeast of England. Okay.
Well, so's
or
France.
Southeast.
So's France, right? I don't know.
Okay, Netherlands is their own country, not Holland. Okay.
Yeah, we're going.
Netherlands is a country in
We're
North.
taking Netherlands over. We're working on it right now.
Okay.
We're going
Netherlands
to
is a
set up a
country in.
base. We're setting up a base in Iran so we can fly our jets over to the Netherlands and then conquer it.
Oh, don't get that started. The Netherlands is a country in northwestern Europe. It is bordered by Germany to the east, Belgium to the south, and the North Sea to the north and west. So have you got that?
What?
Ah, this is this is a losing battle here, guys. Grandpa Eric says paisanos is epic, awesome.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
paisanos. It's got very good flavor. It's just the pieces down here. Remember, you're in a retirement community. I guess I should say, we dictate everything here. If most people goes to a restaurant and says, "Have you got any pizza that has low salt? I don't want a lot of salt." Well, as a business owner, the pizza guy says, "We got to start making pizzas with low salt because I'm getting a lot of people asking about that, and I'm losing business." Well, they're gonna make everything low salt. Now, you got a big fat guy like me that comes from Indiana that eats meat, and I come down there going, "Where's all the meat on the pizza and stuff?" So see, I don't get it because everybody down here's got high blood pressure. They got what else is it? The street cholesterol, and then usually heartburn. So they make the food to accommodate those people.
That's true. Okay, Billy G says, Skip, I'm half Puerto Rican on my mother's side. Dad was born in Chattanooga, Puerto Rico.
Well, that almost sounds Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rico is a commonwealth of the United States.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, we knew that because, that's where Jose
Right.
comes from. And
Yeah.
he schooled us in a lot of stuff about that. But it's not, it's a commonwealth, but it's not a state.
No.
No.
But the Democrats want to make it a state because they want 2 more Democrats on. I don't know.
What Democrat do you know that wants that?
They said it on TV.
Yeah.
And they're also pushing
You
for.
watch
And they're
Fox.
also no. I was watching YouTube news stuff on there for guys that are talking about it, and they're all talking about it. It's not just one. Also wanting to make Washington D.C. a state, which Washington D.C. has always been. I forget what they call that. It's I don't know what they call it, but they want to make it a state so they could get an extra Senate there. Now I don't know if it'll ever happen, but they were talking about it.
Yeah.
And I asked Jose about it because he's from Puerto Rico. Him and his wife both. I said, "What do you think about that? About making Puerto Rico a state to get more Democratic people in the office or whatever?" And he goes, "Never happened." He said, "We got too much money." He said, "In Puerto Rico, the people would have to vote on that." And he says, "And they will never vote on that." So there you go.
And Billy G said that would be great because he's going to know where the happy hours are. Not sure.
Huh?
Yeah. I don't know. Deb JM says, "Who's on first?" Yeah, it's one of those kind of days. Brad says, "Any suggestion on a company that can inspect and, if needed, change rollers on sliding lanai doors, custom windows?"
Yep. Custom windows. They take care of us whenever we need anything. And we haven't really needed anything for a long time. But they treated us well. The price was fair. Can't tell you what the price is today. We had our lanai enclosed 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm saying maybe we've been here almost 11. So it's been 10 years ago we had our lanai enclosed.
Actually, be 12 in October.
Yeah. So, the prices are up or different. And I can't, don't get mad at me if you call and say, "Oh my God, they were so much higher than this guy over here." Well, I ain't in control of that.
Yeah, don't know what the price is, but that's who we'd recommend. If they, and somebody asked me the other day who that would take the sliding doors in between the lanai and the house out. And I also
I've
told them
taken them
custom
out.
windows.
I've taken them out.
Well, but I mean, permanently, they want to make it a room. So they don't want those windows.
You can make it a room, but if you're wanting to add square footage to your house, unless you have the concrete in the lanai brought up level with the inside flooring that's in your house, you can never put it on square footage on your house. I'm just letting you know that right up front.
And then if it's level, they tax it.
Huh?
If it's level, they'll tax it as more.
Yeah, because it's part of the square footage of the house. So whenever they reevaluate everything, your taxes will probably go up, and who knows, they may go up anyway because
And I said
they're having a big deal about this DeSantis vote thing coming up here. I think in October about doing away with property tax.
Yeah.
don't work out the way that they're making it sound. And I always said that it's probably not going to work out the way it sounds. So there's a couple of real estate experts that's on YouTube, and they're explaining how the difference is how this is going to work, and it's not going to work the way people think it's going to work. So, but I'm still for it. I mean, if it can save a lot of old people, because I've seen my mom and dad struggle in their later years. Not a lot, but they did a little bit. And he was paying at that time in Indiana, I think it was like $2,500 a year. And if you seen the town he lived in, I thought that was just outrageously too high. But the schools, that's what took most of his tax dollars was the schools. And I said, when a person's been in the military and all this and that, and they get to a certain age, I don't know why can't they just be tax exempt? Just pay no taxes. That little extra money a year for mom and dad would have helped out on their medicine and stuff quite a bit. So here, because it's a retiree state, kinda, he's talking about doing away with it. He talked the other day about their surplus just this year. The surplus is something like, I don't even remember exactly the number, but it was because I can't imagine that much money, like 400 and some $1 billion in surplus. That means that's money they got to spend, but they just don't spend it. So he's saying we don't need the money. So he wanted to just do away with the property taxes. Well, I said, well, he may not want it, and they may get this thing passed, but the county commissioners, and Wildwood is our commissioners over here, most of them guys live in the villages, and those guys are going to be looking for a way of making up these tax dollars for the schools and
Article in the
police.
paper either today or yesterday about it.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what they're going to come up with, but whatever they come up with, I guarantee you is going to not be good. Because the quickest and easiest way for them to get anything done is gas tax. And there's nothing to stop them from raising gas tax, I don't think. I don't think there's a commission you got to go through to raise it. So if you want to make an extra $1,000,000, you raise the gas 1 penny, 2 million, 2 pennies. And then you're going to have alcohol tax. What do they call that? A sin tax, cigarettes. That's what they're going to go after. And then possibly around this area here, maybe a tourism tax. I don't know. So that means they'll put that on the hotels.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me see. I got lost here.
See, if I was the governor, not the governor, but the mayor of Wildwood, I'd simply say, we ain't doing nothing.
No.
We're going to go a year, and we're going to watch this closely, and we're going to see how it works out. And then next year, we may make adjustments, see what we got.
No,
That's what I would
they're
do.
already trying to figure out what's going to make up the money. So you're going to pay it one way or the other.
That's okay that they can work on it. They can work on it. I just don't think they ought to be enacting anything right now.
Okay. Elaine Bursky said, my aunt and uncle decided first one to go gets cremated, second one puts ashes in casket with the body, and then regular burial. Elaine, let me tell you something about that. We had that talk at one time.
Who did?
We did.
We did?
Yeah, we did.
What did I say?
Because you wanted to be cremated, I didn't. And it's something that
No,
come up.
that ain't exactly true. That's just the way you perceived what I said.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't do
You've
it.
asked me several times, what do I always say? What do I always say? What difference does it make? I'm dead. That's what I say.
Yeah.
So I'm saying I don't want to give my money away to somebody that means nothing to me, and a funeral home means absolute nothing to me.
Yeah.
They do nothing for me, so they mean nothing to me. And if my belief is if God can make man out of dirt, I'm sure he'll find my ashes if he wants me. No, that's just the way I feel about it. So I said, just cremate me, put the money in your pocket, give it to the grandkids. I don't care what you do with it, just keep the money. And so I forget where I was going with that.
Yeah.
I had a point.
Well, I remember on the funeral booklet that I have, it says that where my brother's buried, and that's where it come from. It said that you were allowed to put ashes in the casket with.
I think that's the cemetery's rule. They say yay or nay to that.
Well, it may be a law. I don't know, but
No, there's no law about dead people.
well, but
other
anyhow.
than you can't eat them. I know that.
Well, your exact words was, I said, till death do us part.
Till death do us
When
part.
you die, you're on your own.
I didn't say that. God said that.
Whatever.
But in this world, I am your God, so.
Oh, Billy G says, everyone knows when news breaks, Skip will fix it. Um,
I try, but nobody listens to me, Bill.
Agent Gay says, I got a lifestyle visit coming up in October. Question: will my half-ton pickup truck fit in a patio villa garage?
Good question. Do you have a 4-door pickup truck? Do you have a 2-door pickup truck? Do you have an extended cab? Do you have a 6-foot bed? Do you have an 8-foot bed? So when you come down there, get your yardstick out and measure.
Yeah. Or you can, you can call your realtor. If there's a particular house you're looking at,
Yeah,
call the realtor and
yeah.
ask them.
Because different patio villas, the garage especially, sometimes are built differently. Like some of the patio villas we were in had the washer and dryer in the garage.
Yeah.
And then we had a golf cart parking spot in there, but it didn't go all the way through. It stopped
At the furnace.
well, that's where they put the blower. They stopped right there because on the other side of that wall right there is what they used to make the living room a little bigger so they could put a nice dinette set in there. And some of the newer ones, they have sinks out in the garage. So I mean, I don't know. You really need to check them out really, really well.
Yeah. Yeah. But we know the house next door is, um, trying to think of what the design was. But when one of our neighbors moved there, they had a big dually, and it would not fit in the garage. And this is a designer home, so it doesn't matter whether it's
Well,
a
remember
villa.
the Air Force guy? No, before the Air Force guy bought that house across the street, which I would turn that camera around, but I mean, I better not touch it.
No.
So anyway, a guy was there, and I think he had, I want to say, a cab and a half. I call cab and a half, an extended cab truck of some kind. Wasn't a dually, but he had an 8-foot bed. And he opened the garage door, and I yelled over at him. I said, "You going to buy it?" He said, "Well, I might if my truck fits in the garage." Well, I don't know how that house was laid out inside, but he pulled it, and his truck stuck out just enough to where he couldn't shut the garage door.
Yeah.
And he told me that he was literally touching the wall.
Yeah. And now ours has a bump out.
Yes,
Like
we got a 4-foot bump out.
4 foot bump out. But it's not just villa garages.
No,
It's all garages. You
right.
need to check the size of them because, like I said, this one next door to me is a designer home, and they couldn't get their pickup truck in.
But patio villas is extra be aware because they save on space, and you really need to know, and especially if you're going to go down south of 44, they got different designs down there. So just bring your yardstick and just double check.
Yeah. But AGK, yeah, it's a good thing to know ahead of time. So anything
See
you're
right
thinking
there, look here. Speaking of that, what does that say right there? Does that say Jacobs meter reader?
Yep.
There's your water people right there, not the villages.
The village bills you.
I don't think the villages does. I think somehow Jacobs goes through the villages and connects to them.
Yeah. But like I said, the bill.
But that's not the point. The point was this guy was arguing about his water bill, and he's calling the villages. I'm saying he should be calling Jacobs.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, and Billy says only a 2/3 ton. So
You said what?
only a 2/3 ton truck.
A 2/3 ton?
Yeah, only a
I
2/3.
don't even know what a 2/3 ton is.
Anyhow,
There's
check and make sure.
There's a half ton, 3/4 ton, and a 1 ton. There's no such thing as a 2/3 ton.
And if you go to the site, I think it's on districtgov.org, and where they have the houses on there, it'll give you the dimensions. Each one of those houses, they'll give you the dimensions of those garages. So you'll be able, if you know how big your truck is, you'll be able to know.
Yeah, if you got a good realtor, if you're wanting to buy a pre-owned home, get a good MLS lister. Ira Miller's one we recommend because he's honest as the day is long. And he does all kinds of extra stuff that nobody else does. Or if you get a village realtor, which you'll have to get a VLS lister, I don't know how to tell you to find a good one because I don't know. But have them give you a website or something and tell them what your concerns are and have them send you maybe models.
That's what I said. You can look at the models on your phone or on your computer. Look at the models when you go to the homes by the villages.
I know they got a website, but I just don't know what the website is where a realtor could tell him.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But I mean, on those pictures of the homes that they have on there, they have a spec, which will give you the outline of the home and give you the dimensions and what have you, and you can tell that way. But that's the best we know how to do. Alfonso Smith says, please skip, don't stop your news. I watch all your news updates. We got to know what's going on, the truth, and if you plan on moving there, it's nice to know what it's like before you get there.
Let me tell you something, Alfonso. I do a lot of that to make a little extra money to be able to afford to pay for certain things. Like when I do the news, it costs me a couple $100 a month just to do the news for things I got to pay for. And it's so I got to make so much money. Last Friday, I did, what was it? It wasn't quite an hour because I thought maybe the hour is getting too long and I was going to bring it back a little bit. So I left a lot of news out, but I picked what I thought was going on at that time. It was like 39 minutes, I think. And as of today, I checked, and that has made me so far something like, believe this or not, something like $32. Now, that's the difference on people watching it. When it's 10,000 views, that could be $80. So 4 times a month, that's 300 and some dollars that I can use to pay for the editor and the special effects and anyway, the stuff. $39 is crap. I mean, that's a couple of candy bars and a Coke.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I keep watching that. And if it doesn't get better, I mean, I'm not threatening anything or whatever, but I'm just simply saying that that's the problem.
Okay. But anyhow, he enjoys your news.
Well, I appreciate you enjoying it. I don't mind doing it, even though right now, with the way we're doing it, it takes up a lot of time.
What, you want to be?
He probably just wants to go for a walk.
Yeah. Come on. You go up here with mommy?
That sounds weird.
What?
What, mommy? Come here, see mommy?
Oh, well, I'm not the only person in the world that does that.
Well, it still sounds weird.
Well, I used to call you daddy all the time, too.
Well, that's weird.
Well, yeah. I guess that was weird, but habit. I was used to your mother.
Huh?
I was used to your mother.
My mother.
Your mother always called your dad daddy.
What's that got to do with the dog?
Same thing. It was weird.
So daddy is a dog.
No.
That's what
When
you
I
just
say-
said.
Oh my God. You can argue something to death.
You interpret things weird.
Yeah. Laura says, good afternoon. Hey, Laura. How are you doing today?
Laura.
Laura Lampy.
Our Laura. We'll just start calling her our Laura.
Our Laura. Billy G says, here in Fruitland Park, the water and trash are on the same bill. Mine is average $64 a month. Wow.
How much is ours?
Well, you know, with the water and the amenity fees.
What did he just say? His trash and water?
Yeah.
How much is our water and trash?
I don't know.
Don't come on the same bill?
It does. It all comes with the water and the amenity fee and
Oh,
the
it comes with
trash.
amenity fees. Yes.
Yeah.
Amenity fees are like $200, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. So I'll have to go in and look, Billy, because I really haven't paid any attention to it because I said ours is automatic, and as long as it doesn't get too out of hand, I check it every month. But as long as it doesn't get too out of hand, I don't pay too much attention to it. So $64 is pretty righteous, actually. I'm pretty sure ours is higher than that.
But he lives in Fruitland Park, and that's where all the pollution in the water is over there. They got up nasty water.
Oh, God. East Coaster 1 says she's serving up some girl logic. Laura says, I just left my first dental appointment in the Villages. And East Coaster 1 wants to know where she go.
So, did it come out okay?
I don't know. East Coaster said they just got back from theirs, too.
Well,
Okay.
dentists down here, just my experience, they all seem like they got their specialty. And if you're going in for something different, it may or may not.
And we've all in the last year or two, we've had a big explosion of dental offices and doctors' offices. So,
How do you
urgent
find a good one?
cares.
I still want to know that secret when somebody says, make sure you get a good doctor. And the question I always have is, how do I know he's a good one?
Well, what is your criteria? What do you demand of a doctor?
They say, well, they just say, make sure you get a good doctor. That's what they say. And my question to that is, how do I know he's a good one or she? Because I don't care if it's a female or not. But
Well,
I don't know.
I know what I ask for. I know what I want, and I can check their credentials.
But see, I'm in the Village's health system, or what used to be called Village's health system. And I'm not sure that I get any of that information. Because one guy quits, they get another guy to sign a 1-year contract or whatever, and the next thing
Yeah,
I
you don't
know,
have one right now, do you?
yeah, I do, but I haven't. Well, no, because I haven't had the first meeting with him.
Yeah. Okay. You got a guy this time.
I do.
Well, you just said that. You said him, so I assume.
I
I don't
think it's
know.
a guy, but I don't know his name. I forget. They told me. They sent me. Now they're telling me a thing that I got to go over to their new portal. All this is supposed to be seamless. When they say we bought this company, you guys won't have to worry about it. It'll be a seamless transition. You'll never even notice.
Mhm.
And I keep getting these emails saying, call this number, check this number. Make sure you go to the portal and set it up.
Do you know what that is?
I know what a portal is. I had the village's health system for a long time, and the
Okay.
portal was there. Now they're telling me I got to change it. But when I want to change it, guess what it's asking me? Just guess what it's asking me.
What?
In order to change it, I have to put in the old password to the old portal that I used to have, and I can't remember the damn password.
There's nowhere on there you can change the password.
I'm just going to tell them when I go over there next time, I'll get my phone and say, here, just get me in there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't even want it.
Yeah. I'm the same way. Like I said, it gets. They just don't take the. Yeah. Um. Jerry says the bill for water, sewer, irrigation, amenity fees are all on the village's CDD invoice. Yes, and that's what I said. I don't know why that they would not pay their amenities when everything comes on one bill. So they must be sending separate checks, or sending a check just
I don't
for
know
the
that
water bill.
everybody's doing it. I'm just telling you, this one guy sent me, said, this might be what's going on because this is what happened to me. And that was it. And then I had the same question in my head going, but I thought it all came on one bill.
Laura says she has to have a tooth filled and she'll see the periodontist on August 5th.
What's a periodontist? Is that the lady that did my root canal? Was she a periodontist?
Something on that order, yeah.
I don't
It
think
was a specialist. It wasn't regular.
they're all specialists. That's the problem with that around here.
Yeah.
Everybody's a specialist.
Craig Estella said the Lanai was finished last week, and today the Sumter County appraiser came out to assess it. Yeah, that was quick. Yeah, they are. They know what they're looking for. So it's just a look, and they're done. Laura says she went to Palm Ridge Dental, just north of 466, next to the village of Summerhill. Okay.
Never heard of that one.
Um.
Where'd I go? The dentist that really ticked me off. I was in pain for weeks, and he kept saying I just needed to man up.
Oh, Dr. Price in Lake Sumter.
Dr. Price in Lake Sumter. If you're going to go in for implants, which he done my implants, that's what he's really set up for. Perfect. Had no problems. Everything was done. Everybody had a job. Everybody knew what their job was, and I was in it. You got to go in a few times to get everything done, but other than that, they feel like the real thing. They're not out of place whatsoever. There was no grinding involved. But I went in this last time for I told him I thought it was an infection, and he done a lot of drilling and everything. Anyway, he did an X-ray, and then he come back and says, "I've checked your X-ray." He shows me the X-ray. Now, what do I know? I'm not a medical guy. I can look at an X-ray and I can see it, but I can't interpret nothing. He said, "You don't have an infection." I said, "Are you sure?" I had an infection before, and I said, "Man, this really feels like it." I said, "I can't eat. I can't sleep. I've lost, hell, I think at the end of it, I lost like 20 pounds. I lost a lot, and I was feeling really bad." So a nurse came out, one of his nurses, and I don't know her name, don't really care. She came out and she gave me a card, and she said, "Here," because I told him I want a root canal just to get this thing done and over with. And he said, "I don't do root canals." And so she came out and gave me a card, and she said, "Here, call this lady here, make an appointment. If you think you need some other things done, call this number." So I did. And the lady was a specialist of some kind. So I went in and I told her, and I told her what was going on. And she asked me a couple of questions, and she was really thorough. And then she asked this one question that really probably something I should have noticed myself, and I didn't. She says, "What kind of antibiotics did he give you after your last procedure?" He didn't give me any antibiotics. Her eyes got that big around. She backed up. She never said anything. And she said, "Well, the first thing we're going to have to do is get that infection taken care of." I said, "You're saying I got an infection?" She said, "Oh, yes, you got a very bad infection." And she says, "And I can hear it in your voice when you talk. You've got a gurgling sound." She said, "That means the infection is getting in your bloodstream. We got to get it taken care of."
Well, and you had a cough.
And I had a little cough.
Yeah. And she said,
And so we did the antibiotics things and got that all taken care of. And then I went in and got the root canal done and everything was done. Now that just shows you she's a specialist in that. And she knew what she was talking about and how to read her x-ray. This guy's a specialist in something else. And apparently he can't even read an x-ray. And in the meantime, I'm the guy suffering, no antibiotics. And, anyway, just be careful who you get.
yeah. And Laura said someone picked up quite a few of her moving boxes at the end of May. Yeah, you could stick them out at the end of the driveway, and a lot of people just come by and pick them up because I said people moving in and out. Lots of people.
Yeah, they need those boxes.
They need those boxes, and it's a heck of a lot easier to get them off somebody's driveway than go to Lowe's and pay a fortune for them. So
Come here.
I don't know what he wants.
Come here.
Carol Madigan says, "Hi, Skip and Sue." Well, hi, Carol. Haven't heard from you in a while. And Craig the sailor says, no, he says, haha, no, Jerry, they did not. He did, however, tell me when he is back in the office at 4 p.m., he will call me and let me know how much more it would be. They're talking about the price.
Price on what?
On dentist. The dentist didn't give him a bill right away.
Give who a bill?
Craig the sailor.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Laura.
Yeah. Well, she did go, well, anyhow, there's a lot of conversation going in between that. East Coaster says, I had a chipped tooth repaired and a cleaning for only $580. Dr. Lindy in Leesburg. Great office and staff. Magnolia Dental beanies. $4,500 for the same work. Yeah, that's what I mean. You just never can tell. We've had a lot of them pop up in the shopping centers around here. As we got new shopping centers, there was a dental office. Down to the south, the same thing. As the shopping centers went up, they put in a dental office. And so I think, didn't Jose say he went to?
He went to some place, down there south of 44 there somewhere.
Yeah, I think he went to one at Magnolia.
Yeah, he liked it.
Yeah, he liked it pretty good. So, but like I said, we haven't had, thank God we haven't had that much dental work to do since he had problems with his. So we really don't know who to go to. Like I said, the one we had, he's perfect for implants. That's what they specialize in. But he didn't used to be. But I said that's what they do now. So, hey, Judes.
Oh, wait a minute. Didn't you drive me home from the dental office after I had the procedure and they gave me all that medicine in there and she had to guide me to the front door and I don't remember any of all that. Did you have to sign me out?
I don't remember.
Just wondering.
But, okay. Let's see. Carol Alfonso says, I agree with Alfonso Smith. Please don't stop the news, Skip. Maybe your views are decreased in the summer because people are not at home as much. That's what I think. Because my ladies' lunch, I've not had as many people because of the summer months. So.
I don't go along with all that, and I'll tell you why. I do my homework here. I know all the YouTubers here in the villages, and there's getting to be more and more every day. Brand new person comes to villages, a woman. I always say, if they got tits, legs, and an ass, they'll get a lot. She comes here, she does her phone, she makes a video. I know that was obscene, I'm sure. And the title of her video was My First Home in the Villages or something like that. 2 days later, I go back to check on it. 235,000 views. Brand new channel. Nobody knows this person. 235,000 views. So there's people that watch.
Okay. Well, what can I say? Maybe we're just that boring. East Coaster one says, sorry, clear that Magnolia Dental. They are really taking advantage of villagers. Well, I said, we didn't go, but that's where Jose went, and he got a fake tooth.
What did he go down there for? He went down there for something. He broke a tooth?
Yeah, he had a fake tooth put in.
I think he's always had that. I thought he went down there for another tooth. Maybe not. It didn't make a difference.
And yeah, but he was okay with them, but I don't know. Maybe he's got good insurance.
He probably went down there because he's addicted to Novocaine. He loves it. He shoots it up when he's at home too.
Oh God. Okay. And
he's probably watching right now, yelling at me because he can't drive today.
Why?
Something about he had an eye test or something, and they dilated his eyes, and he said, "So I don't think I should be driving." And anyway,
Well, bless his heart. Um, yeah, Billy G says Washington is a district, the District of
How
Columbia.
do you spell Washington?
It's always been spelled the same way.
Washington. Worshington.
Oh my God. Okay.
Washington.
Washington. Oh yes, thanks Jerry for putting a number up there for custom windows. They're great people. They've always done us a good job, and we've recommended them to a lot of people, and they've all said the same thing. Well, if anything changes, let me know. But so far, they've always did us a good job, and they're wonderful people. That's why I like the
Are the
people there.
same people still own them?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And I said I really like the people. Their whole office come out here one day for a Christmas party. Um,
That was fun.
yeah.
We invited all of our Patreon members here and YouTube members here to come over to it. I didn't put it anywhere else. And underneath the awning right here, they were dressed up and they sang Christmas carols.
Yeah, it was really nice. Laura says, "Thank you, Dad, for leaving me some money when you passed." Yeah, that comes in handy sometimes, Laura.
We gave all my dad's stuff away. I'm pretty sure we did. We gave it to the two boys.
Yes, and Jerry says, "Tell them Skip sent you." Yes, tell them Skip sent you.
Yeah. I get a little bit of a kickback if you buy something. I don't know. It varies. I think they give me what they want.
Mhm.
But if you get your Lanai enclosed and tell them you got the information off of me to call them, they used to send me like $50. I don't know if they still do that anymore or not because I haven't gotten anything from them in a long time.
Uh, Laura says, "I may have to use some of my inheritance to pay for the implant." Yeah, that's one thing. They are expensive. I don't know why they're that much more expensive, and that's one thing. You can get good insurance for your health care, but you just get crappy insurance for dental.
I've got United Healthcare, and part of United Healthcare is dental. Not sure how much, not sure what they pay on what procedure, but I do know I have used it, and the dentists know how to take advantage of it too. Let me tell you that.
Craig says the Sumter Landing assessor literally just told me this morning they couldn't care less if you level it to the house or put a mini split in. The only thing that adds to the square footage is if
I'm
there.
waving. Who? I have no idea.
Oh, I don't have any idea. The only thing that adds to the square footage is if you remove the interior patio slider. At that point, it adds to the square footage.
No,
Regardless, you still
no.
have to
I
add
know,
20
I know for facts what I'm talking about. The floor level has to be the same. That's number one. Without that, you're not going to get anything.
He
I don't
said the
know.
assessor told him this morning.
I don't care
Said
what
they
they
don't.
tell you. I'm telling you.
If the windows are taken out in between the house and the lanai,
Right.
that's where the square footage is assessed.
No, the floor level of the lanai has to be the same as the rest of the house. Now, if you think I'm kidding, here's what I would do. Whatever county you're in, villages is 3 counties, and every county can be different. I would simply call the tax office. I don't even what it's even called.
The assessor.
Those are the people that come around and they determine what's taxable.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a certain office that tells you you got to do this if you want to put this on the house to whatever. I don't know, but I do know the last time I talked to them when they came here at my house, and I asked about that. I said I'm going to take them doors out and we're going to make this all one room. I'm going to put a mini split out there. She said you can put whatever air conditioning you want. That has nothing to do with it. And she said, but if you want to make a part of the square footage of the house, she said, this floor has to be risen because that led to questions. And I remember questions. I said, well, if I raise the concrete to the level of the house, the door that goes out to the patio outside is going to be, you're going to be this much higher than the
You have to
door.
step down, yeah.
And she said, yeah. She said, that can be a concern, so.
Well, anyhow, that's what they told him this morning.
Well, if that's if
regardless, it still gets
if
taxed.
it's true now, I'm saying actually that benefits you a lot.
Yeah.
But taking that track out and those doors out, I'm not sure if I'd really want to do that for storm reasons, hurricane reasons, resale value reasons. Uh,
But now, not all lanais are like ours, though.
That's true.
Mhm.
But still, when you got a major hurricane coming through, we done seen how the winds can blow through your area or the lanai, and I just kind of like the idea of being able to shut that door because those are hurricane doors or sliders, and they're sealed. I don't know if I'd like taking them out.
Anyhow, Laura says, I thought the school tax portion of the property tax bill are not going away. No, I don't think it will. It wasn't the original thing that DeSantis wanted.
Do away with
It's
property taxes.
yeah, but like I said, it's not going to happen the way he wants.
No, it's not.
Chopped it up, or it's only instead of being a 50,000 deductible, now it'll be 150, and then the year after, then it goes to the 250. But like I said, they've got their no's and yeses in there, so each place is going to be different. So you'll just have to check when
And
when they
keep
get
in
done
mind,
arguing about it.
this is DeSantis's last term. There's a new governor coming in. Somebody.
Mhm.
All this can change.
Yeah, East Coaster says Don Wiley wants more tax money. Well, they all do. I mean, for years it's been that when they had excess money, when somebody turns in their paperwork to see how much, like the police department or the fire department, they turn in their paperwork to say how much money that they want. If they've got an excess, they'll use it, even if they have to put it in uh, plugging holes in the yard. They'll use that money, and always the next year, you always want to go up. Just that's the way it's always been. I think they're working on changing that, but maybe with them doing away with the
But
taxes,
that's
maybe.
every state in the United States. They all have that same policy.
Yeah,
You can't ask for more next year unless you spend everything this year.
yeah,
Even though they got nothing to buy, they got an excess of money left over, they don't really need anything. If you want to ask for more money, you got to spend this. So they start spending it on stupid crap.
yeah. The non-ad valorem taxes are not exempt. That is school and fire. Yes, like I said, they cut it to where they wanted it. Not it's not what he asked for to start
Mm.
with, but it'll still help. If they get it. But like I said, they got to make up that money some way. So you're going to be paying one way or the
How
other.
much is our property taxes? Just the property taxes.
Uh,
I thought you said it was like around 2,000 a year. It's 4,000, I know, but that's with the bond. Without that, I think it's around 2,000.
yes, some.
So 2,000 a year. If they could just cut that in half,
Yeah.
that's pretty good savings for us.
Yeah. Um, oh, East Coaster, I don't know about that, but he said, I handle all that, so I would know. Said Don Wiley just double skips taxes. I
Me
think
and
he would if
Don,
he could.
let me just say, me and Don, we're like that. I don't agree with half of anything he says. I don't agree with half of anything he does, and we'll just let it go there.
Okay. Casa del Sol says thank you. Now, I don't know if we answered all your questions, and it's been back a while, so I don't remember what the question was, but maybe it was about the trash, about the cardboard. Okay, so
Well,
yeah.
if like I said, is she moving in? Is that what the cardboard
Yeah,
is?
her husband's already here.
That's what I said. They're moving in. So the cardboard they have are boxes.
Yeah, unless they're all tore up, yeah.
Need to find out what website. I think I don't go there, but I think next door. I don't know if it's a paid thing or what, but they have. We can go there and advertise. The Villages has a page on Facebook. I know that. I've seen it. I don't think it's worth a crap, but it's there. And then maybe your neighborhood's got a website. Most neighborhoods do. We have one. Virginia Trace has one.
Go to districtgov.org.
Where?
Districtgov.
That's the Village's website. That's what I'm talking
And they
about.
have a thing in there for trash, electric. Like I said, there's
But she's wanting to give them away. It ain't trash.
yeah.
So I don't know what that's. Maybe it is.
She's
I don't
saying
know.
the trash took half of them, but didn't take the other
The
half.
trash man did. But I'm saying there's people here that may just come by and just take them.
That's true. Yeah. If you put them out in the driveway, it might be gone by
Oh, we do
tomorrow.
that all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, let me tell you, if I can't give something away or sell it or whatever, or find somebody that wants it, I just drag it out to the end of the driveway. And with all the contractors that run around here mowing grass and doing all this kind of stuff, they drive by and they eyeball it, and then on the way out of the neighborhood, they stop by and pick it up.
Okay. Oh, Billy G. My father was a heavy drinker. When he was cremated, it took 3 days to put out the fire. Oh, goodness.
Well, good for your dad. At least he enjoyed life.
Yeah.
I never understood some people and what they do, thinking I don't know what their thoughts are about stuff. We're all within probably 10 years of dying, and after that, there is no more. So they say, well, but I'm going to become a vegetarian, and I'm always like, you're 83 years old. Why? My mom did it with dad. Dad's favorite thing had to be fried chicken. He loved good fried chicken. And every time we went up there and take him out to dinner, I'd ask him where he wanted to go. And his answer was always, uh, any place where they got some good fried chicken. And mom would tell him all the time, so, Dad, you can't have that. I'd look, Dad at that time was like 88 years old. I said, why not? And she said, because. She said, don't you just never mind. I said, I'm just curious. He's 88 years old. I said, why can't he have fried chicken? And she said, because the doctor said it's bad for his cholesterol. And I just kind of let it go. But my mind says, he's 88 years old. I mean, who cares?
Well, if the doctor tells you.
Doctor's telling you medically what he knows, and that's fine. But when you're 88, 90, 91, you've got congestive heart failure and a bunch of problems here, and he wants fried chicken, your mom wanted cake in the hospital on her dying bed. Who took her cake?
I took her diabetic cake.
Make no difference.
Yeah. Okay. Laura says, Skip, I missed the first 45 minutes of Porch Settin while at the dentist. I will watch on replay. I hope you don't do away with the news. Well, like I said, it's a money making thing here. If he can't afford to pay for his editing and the cameras and the microphones and all the stuff he has to go through, it costs money. And at this point in our life, we're not putting out a whole lot of money for extra.
No.
Yeah. So if the channel won't make it, then we just won't do it.
Well, I'm thinking about starting a new channel. I mean, the Village channel will always be here. I just won't post a lot of stuff on it, really, to mouse to any. And if people have been watching for a while, they've seen the difference. I don't post a lot of stuff on. I don't go to squares because you get demonetized because of the music.
And a lot of these people that's just starting a channel don't know that.
That's true. And if I'm starting a brand new channel, truthfully, I wouldn't worry about it either. I'd just go after the subscribers. Once you get the 1,000, then you're going to get monetized. After that, then you got to get a little stricter about things. But anyway, I forget what I was going to say.
You was talking about a new channel?
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking about doing a new channel. And some of the YouTubers around here but are really going to hate it, but they don't know what I'm thinking about doing either. Is thinking about doing, and I'm going to try to get.
I would not tell anybody.
Well, it's just, there's. I'm not the first. I didn't invent this. There's a lot of them doing it, and I just think it's a good alternative here because nobody's doing it. Oh, you're right. Say, oh, you steal it. Every time I say something.
Every time you say something, somebody steals it. So just don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Don't tell me later.
Yeah. Like who's getting a new porch?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not supposed to say that either.
Anyhow. Rich says, my 2018 Chevy Colorado 4x4 fits in my garage in PA. The new Colorados are now 9 inches higher and will not clear the garage door height. Really? Huh. Well, no, these days, I don't think I can even afford it.
I thought garage door heights were standard.
I do too.
For me, for pickups. But I don't want to say that because, things have changed so much. They got, you used to be able to buy a van, just a van. Now they're specialty vans, got a bed in them, got a refrigerator in them, but they got them taller so you can stand up in them. So I don't know, it might be true.
Yeah. But yeah, nowadays you can afford a new pickup. I couldn't believe it when I seen the prices. I was looking in the paper too, but seeing the prices of brand new pickups, and these weren't all decked out. These were just regular
Contractor
workhorse
type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I could not believe the prices on them.
Guy down the road not too far during I want to say COVID. I want to say, but I'm not sure it was that in COVID or just after COVID. He wanted to buy a new Ford because he's got a RV he pulls with it, and the one truck he had like a couple 100,000 miles on it, which I can't even understand that. I have never had a car that long. But anyway, he did, and he wanted to trade it in. So he goes to the Ford dealer somewhere, I don't know where, and they had a couple of Fords on the parking lot. And I can relate to that because when we wanted to buy a new car, or when Sue wanted to buy a new car, we'd call our guy over here that we've been doing business with, and he didn't have any on the parking lot other than used ones. And the long story is the used ones were as much as a brand new one, but he said they couldn't sell us a brand new one because they were in Jacksonville, Florida. They had them, but they were in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I said, well, sell me the car. I'll just go get it and drive it home. Can't do that. That's a Teamster rule. It's a Teamster has to do that. I said, well, I'm a retired Teamster. He said, doesn't count. He said, I can't touch him. So we had to wait before they bring these things over. Then the guy calls us up and says, well, we got 3 of them. Got a white one, a black one, and a red one. Which one do you want? And that's just the way it was. So I can understand the problems on getting something different, but this was ridiculous. It was a regular 2-wheel drive Ford, I want to say 250. And he told me what the sticker was. Now I don't know if that's what he had to pay or not, but he said the sticker on it was something like $78,000. I'm going to assume it had a diesel motor in it, but still, $78,000 for a pickup.
And that's almost every day now. So, um, BJ's asked about the permanent daylight savings. Yeah, they're they're going at it again this year.
They get,
I
they've been
don't know
going
if they're going
after
to
that.
have any
They've
more
been going
luck.
after that ever since I was a teenager.
I know. As I said, every
It ain't going to
year
happen.
they keep getting closer and closer, but every year. But they started that because of the farmers,
Right.
And they said we don't have.
And in case you don't know, the farmers have the strongest. What do you call them guys in D.C. that gives you political money to get to pass a law?
I know what you're talking about. The name I can't think
I
of.
can't think. Anyway, they got the strongest in D.C. It's never going to change.
Yeah, between the farmers and the gun owners.
I don't
Yeah.
think gun owners cares one way or the other.
No, but I mean they've got a very strong.
They do.
Bet. Yeah.
Yeah. So those certain things are never changing. It ain't the president. It's not your senator. It's the what do you call them people?
Packs.
No, the ones that go there and then they become this part for an insurance company and they get.
I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of the name of it. Somebody will tell me here in a minute.
Yeah, Jerry will probably tell you.
Yeah.
He seems to know all this. I just don't remember words.
Yeah, but I don't know how I feel about that, but it's never been a problem for me. Um, but for him to make it all one time, I said I know. I remember putting my kids on the bus in the dark. I remember driving to work in the dark. Um, and like I said, I just never thought anything of it because that's just the way it was. So I don't know if it wouldn't make a difference in my life now, but like I said, Buddy may have to walk a little later or earlier, whatever. But other than that, I don't really have a big opinion about it.
I don't
But
care.
but eventually maybe
My
they get
clock in
passed.
the house is right one time a year. It never changes.
Now Barbara Ebner says there's a true doctor shortage. I can believe that. Yeah, 'cause it's I don't think people want to go through the rigorous training that they have to go through for a doctor anymore. We've all become so spoiled. And I remember, when they had to work the long shifts and couldn't go home and they had to stay at the hospital and that kind of thing during their internship. And I just it's
What are
that
you barking
bird.
at? That bird right there.
Yeah,
He's been flying around here all
that's what I
day.
said. He irritates Betty. He'll follow us down the road. Actually,
That's one of them long necked birds that swims in the water.
yeah.
I don't know what you call them. Buddy. Buddy.
But I've never seen a dog that gets really upset about the birds before.
Well, because he's never been trained.
Okay.
Stop it.
Okay. I'm way off here. Hang on, let me find you. There you go.
What? What? Stop it. Want a bath? In case you guys don't know, he hates a bath.
Lobbyist. Thank you, Jose.
Lobbyists, yeah, that's it. The lobbyists. The
I
farmers
didn't
has,
know neither one of us could think of that.
yeah, the farmers have the strongest lobbyists in Washington D.C. than anybody else.
Yeah. In which I'm not opposed to that, truthfully. They make your
I
food.
kind of is, and because it makes it sound like that rules and regulations and laws and bylaws is for sale. Give me enough money and I'll get this passed for you.
Yeah.
You know, I just,
Okay.
who was
Racer
that?
Girl says I
Did
would like.
Jose send you that?
Yeah.
I told you he was watching.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Racer Girl says I would like no clock change and no property taxes. Well, I'm good with that. Yeah.
Well,
But like I said, a lot of people have some real serious ideas about the time change thing. And I said, and the reason the farmers' lobbies took it up is because of the time for planting and that kind of thing. It made a difference to their how much they could get in at a certain time of the year, that kind of thing. And but
well, I
like,
can see the school part. Nobody wants their kids to go out in the dark and stand on a street corner waiting for a school bus and it's dark out. You know, I get that. But the point is, it ain't the school bus driver, it ain't the school, it ain't your local government, it ain't your anything. It's the lobbyists. That's who's getting these things done. And so the time thing, as long as the farmers wants that elevator to be open at a certain time, it ain't never going to get done. Quit.
Laura says periodontist will pull the tooth and determine if I need an implant. Fortunately, I'm in no pain as this tooth had a root canal several years ago. Well, that's good. Oh, I said the one that Skip went to was that endodontist. It wasn't a periodontist; it was endodontist.
See, I don't know the difference.
No. Well, I said it's just another form of specialty.
All I know is I was in pain. I was feeling really bad. I could almost feel emergency room coming up. And when she recommended that lady, we called, made the appointment. I couldn't get in for like 3 or 4 days. So there's 3 or 4 days with no pain medication or anything. That's another thing. Nobody wants to give you pain medication here. They really balk
Well,
on it.
that's all over the United States. The doctors are
When you have a patient looking at you and you I mean, a couple weeks later complaining about a problem, and he's looking at you, he's your doctor, and he sees that you've lost a lot of weight. People on here mention saying your face looks like it's sagging. Are you, they even notice. And a doctor won't give you pain medication, even though you're saying I'm in tremendous pain. You know, I'm
or like I said, they're kind of strapped by federal laws.
no,
All your
they're
doctors are.
strapped by lobbyists. Lobbyists that work for the insurance companies.
That made a law.
Makes no difference. That's who influences them to make that law.
Okay. Well, it's the same thing with pain pills for anything. They said they give you so much and then they send you to a pain doctor.
Here's how I feel about it. If you're 75 years old, you paid your dues. Just give him what he wants. Send him home and just tell him you can't drive. Stay out of a car. If you get a ticket, I will not prescribe to you anymore.
Well, contrary to what you believe, they don't care what Skip thinks.
I've noticed that around here. Most people don't really care what I think.
And Laura says it'll be interesting to see if the no time change passes the Senate. It will, because I said they've tried to do this every year for as long as I can remember, and it gets so far and then it stops.
Yeah, it ain't going anywhere.
So, Billy G says I can't afford a doctor, so when I take the cat to the vet, I slip the doc a 20 for a quick one. Oh my gosh. Jose says, Hola. Sorry I'm late, but just came back from my annual eye exam and can't see crap.
Laura's talking about Congress. Please spend time fixing Social Security funding. I will go along with that. They should make it easier. They should make it so that only the people that paid into it can receive it. And some other little things that they could fix, but they don't. They just won't do it.
And Laura says her eye exam is tomorrow. Well, you're getting it all fixed, ain't you, Laura?
Either that or she's falling apart.
And Barbara says, Jose, you mean annual, not anal.
Anal.
A lot of different body part, yeah.
I don't know. It's all the same thing, really. It's anal.
Racer Girl says Skip just needs to pretty himself up.
I do.
I don't know how he would do that, Racer Girl. Oh, and Billy G says, I will need a veterinarian for my doggie. So he takes the cat to the doctor and has him do a once over on him, but he needs a vet for his dog.
Who?
Billy G.
Oh, well, he's lived here his whole life. He ought to know a good vet.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, and Jose says he goes to dental care at Magnolia Plaza by Everglades Rec Center. Yeah, I thought that's where you went, Jose, and you didn't have any problem with him, did you? Somebody a while ago, um, I guess it's had some
I
problems.
think if I remember right, I had a beer and he was telling me about his doctor. He likes the doctor and the offices and everything there. He just said, but what he wants done or needs to have done is very expensive.
Okay. Well, Jose, East Coaster was telling us about the difference in the prices. They went to Leesburg to have it done, and then they went to Magnolia to see about having it done, and the price was so much higher. So,
Hey, my journey with the badge. Have you recognized him a while ago?
what?
My journey with the badge.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Did I see
haven't seen him for a while. I watch his stuff on TV. It's really kind of interesting.
Oh, there it is. Like I said, I hadn't got to that yet.
Yeah, I might
Uh,
have him mixed up with somebody else. I know a lot of retired cops, and I get mixed up one cop from another. His journey with the badge, is that the good friend of Linda that came here from California that used to live on a sailboat, and he came here driving the helicopter, yeah, piloting the helicopter for the Children's Hospital in Orlando. But then he quit because they cut back where they wanted him to be the only pilot in the helicopter, and he didn't have a co-pilot, and that's when he walked away. Is this the guy?
um, I don't know. He says, getting here late, lost track of time editing my next episode for YouTube. Can't wait to
Okay, I
watch the
don't know
full
if he's got a
show.
YouTube. The other one that I'm thinking of was a guy, me and Wrestler actually had a FaceTime with him, a three-way FaceTime on the computer. He goes around and he talks to other retired cops about their careers and things that happened, things they saw. I've
And I
been
believe,
watching some of them.
yeah.
Some of those guys are talking about things that are kind of like, jeez. Really, that you go like, I can't believe people are that disgusting.
Yeah. Um, yeah, everybody knew lobbyists except us. We didn't know any of
I
that.
know it. I'm dumb. I can't remember words sometimes, or I know what I'm talking about, but I can't get the word.
Yeah, Billy G says, I have an old pocket watch. I don't wind it, so that's how it saved time. You kill me, Billy. Racer Girl says, in the winter, I had to go to work in the dark and go home in the dark. You get depressed from lack of sun. You do. That's why we're in Florida. Okay. And Ada Oliveira says, uh, is it a lobbyist in Washington, D.C.? Yes. That we've established. Everybody told us that's what it was. I was thinking of a PAC, but that's basically what it is. Um, but yeah, that's what they're called, as lobbyists, and neither one of us could think of that word. So, but yeah, that's the way I was raised, a girl. I sent the kids off to school in the dark, go to work, and then by the time I got off work, I said I had an hour and a half drive to work, hour and a half drive home. So yeah, it was dark again by the time I got home.
Well, I've always been a nighttime driver anyway, as a trucker. I mean, even to this day, I like driving at night. So really, the daylight savings or nighttime savings, the only time it really affected me was two ways, but there's ways of handling it. Was one is in my logbook. I'm leaving Indiana at 7 o'clock. I got to make a delivery somewhere in bum Egypt, but they're on a different time zone. So I get there and it says I got to deliver by, say, I don't know, noon. I get there and it is noon my time, but then it's 1 o'clock their time, and you're supposed to log the exact time. So what I started doing is I just started logging everything by my time. I can't see how they could force me to falsify my logs because I don't live in your time zone. And I never had a problem. Nobody ever bothered me about it or anything. So other than that, I mean, I can't really see a problem with this time thing. I don't know why people are, other than school. I don't understand why people are in such an uproar about the time zones. You lived that way your whole life. What's the difference now?
Mhm. Kathy B in the 603 says, I needed a crown replaced, and I went to Shroff Dental House It's across the street from Home Depot near 466A. No upsell, and it's not a corporate owned. Yeah, that's one of the newer ones that was just built. And
Is that one of them that's in a house?
no, behind uh, well, you wouldn't know if I tell you, you
Well,
wouldn't know anything.
because
No, you know where Home Depot is.
when who makes me the snickerdoodles?
Karen?
What's her? Kevin. I couldn't think of his name. When Kevin first came down here, he needed to go see a dentist about something, and he went to a dentist over there before the Home Depot was built. That's why I thought it might have been the same
It
person.
could be because they said they've not been there very long. It's behind
Well, Kevin's
behind the
been here
library.
for 2 years.
Well, I said I don't know exactly how long it's been there, but they built those new, and it took them a while to fill them up, all those spaces over there. So
That's not a problem. The villages are growing in such leaps and bounds, and it just ain't here. It's all around us. They're building everywhere. Apartment houses where 20,000 people live in this one building. All them people need a dentist. All them people need a doctor. And so these other doctors they're full. You have to wait to be able to get in. And I've never really experienced that anywhere I ever lived.
oh, and Tammy says I have no trouble with my medication here in Tennessee, Skip. So she's one of those that's needed some pain meds.
Well, you will hear they're very. I'm not saying you can't get them, but it's almost like jumping through hoops to get them, and then they watch you like a hawk. When you got to get it refilled, they look see how many days did you have them last ones? They're a 30 day, and you run out after 20. What's that?
Well, you don't remember the lawsuit on opioids?
On opioids.
Yeah.
That ain't what I'm talking about. I understand that. I understand people are overdosing and people are doing stupid stuff. Even smart people do stupid stuff. Elvis Presley.
Mm.
And do you blame Elvis for taking someone, or do you blame his doctor for prescribing him? See, that's the problem. That's why doctors here don't want to get in trouble.
Right.
So I get all that. But if you're 80 years old and you need these pain meds like I needed them, I mean, I'm losing weight here.
Yeah.
And I felt like crap. And I kept telling him, "Oh, I had an infection." No, you don't. You need to man up, and the pain will go away.
Yeah, I can't imagine a doctor even saying that.
That's what he said.
Yeah, I mean, that right there. If I'd have knew that, you'd have never went back there.
I haven't been back there since the lady gave me the
Yeah.
root canal.
And Laura says, I remember when Skip had his dental issues a few years ago. That was bad. It was. And I said there was no reason for it. What are you looking at now? Is it still that
There's a
bird?
lizard that run underneath that
Okay.
cart.
Yeah, there was no logical reason for it. And like I said, the dentist office changed. Like I said, I guess they made more money out of the implants because used to they did all kinds of stuff. Because I'd been going ever since we moved here. We've been going to that place, and we always had good service and everything. But I just could not believe that they do that. And if I'd heard a doctor say "man up," I don't know.
Well, that's the only problem that I've seen. I haven't had a lot of dentists here. I've really only been to 2. And I asked the second one questions that I really never asked the first one, and I got the answers that I wanted, which led me back to what this guy was doing. I mean, when you go into a dentist and the first thing you want to do is numb you up if you got to, going to have something done. And, your lip feels fat and the side of your face maybe go numb and all those kinds of things. I never felt any of that. And he would go over and he'd peek around. Do you feel this? Do you feel that kind of thing? And I said, yeah. Yeah, that hurt. Here, I'm going to give you another shot. The last time I was in there, he gave me so many shots, he had to turn the chair almost upside down. I think I even told you about that because I was getting dizzy and felt nauseous. And then he said, well, let's go in and see what we can do. He was going to drill no matter what I said. So I go to the second dentist to get the root canal fixed. That's the first dentist that I think screwed it up.
That's not who I thought it was.
Never seen that guy before.
No.
So I asked her, I said, let me ask you a question. I said, you don't have to answer if you don't want to. She said, what's your question? I said, does Novocaine come in different degrees of strength? And she says, well, absolutely. So if I go to a dentist and he has to give me 3 and 4 shots because I'm not really getting numb, he's using a really low strength of Novocaine. She said, probably. And he said, probably to save money because it's so much cheaper. I said, what do you use?
I don't know.
Bird way down there.
Yeah, I don't know.
So she said, I'll use the good stuff. She said, I don't want to fool around with it. And I said, okay. So she gives me this shot. And right away, as soon as she starts giving me the shot, I felt the difference just right away of what I was used to hearing or feeling. And it was the stuff. So that's another thing. I mean, why all of a sudden have we got to be the watchdog of these doctors around here to make sure they're using the good shit?
I don't know. Brad says Village Dental just gave us a 15,000 estimate for 2 crowns, a bridge, and a tooth extraction, and they have financing available. Time to find another dentist. Yeah,
Yeah, anytime you go to a dentist and they got a sign up front saying that we have financing available,
but anymore you pretty much have to if your insurance don't pay
they're
for it.
overcharging on a lot of this stuff that I'm hearing. When I heard a guy tell me the other day he had a dental implant, and this may be the price cross board, I don't know. Remember, I got two dental implants that's for a
The
bridge,
bridge.
a permanent bridge, which I recommend. They're great. But anyway, he told me one tooth, and I don't know what tooth. Might have been a jaw tooth. Are jaw teeth more expensive than, say, a front tooth? I don't even know that. But anyway, he said it was $9,000 for a tooth.
Yeah, that's what I said, and the insurance is not keeping up with that. You know?
Because the insurance company knows that that's a screwing.
Yeah.
That's like paying $78,000 for a pickup truck.
And now, Kathy being the 603 said my replacement crown here in the village is actually half the price of my original crown that I got in New Hampshire.
That could be the right dentist, you know.
Oh, and she said she went that one across from Home Depot.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying I can't recommend one because the one that I had screwed me up, and the second one I had that did the root canal, I even asked her when I was there. I says, "Can you be my regular dentist if I change it?" And she says, "No." She said, "I only do root canals." She's not even the dentist.
Well, and she's not there anymore. She's not on your insurance anymore. They sent me a paper and said she's not.
Yeah, they took her off. The insurance
Yeah.
company decided, oh, we're just taking her off.
Oh, Wrestler says, hi, all. Taking a second to check in. Father-in-law was in rehab, now being moved to personal care at 94. Not happy about it. So it has been a huge challenge and headache. He's having a hard time of it. Oh, honey, that's, that happens when you get older. There's just nothing you can do about it most time.
Hey, ain't getting old fun?
Jerry says, yes, you had a 3-way with Journey with the Badge.
Had a what?
3-way.
Who had?
With you, with Journey with the Badge. You had a 3-way.
Oh, yeah. I had a 3-way. I get it.
Oh, my goodness. Susan Winiger says, Dr. Google is the best immediate diagnosis without a fee. I don't know how far to trust them, but, between Google and AI, take it with a grain of salt.
Well, I'll tell you, it seems like AI, slowly but surely, because I do a lot of YouTube stuff and I go to Facebook and all these different places you can go to place ads and things. And I'm looking for other places to go, maybe to help boost my subscribership and all this and that. And everywhere I go, and they're getting really good at it, is I keep watching stuff going, is that real? And then I watch it again. And then you see a little something, you go, that's AI.
Yeah.
There's so much AI on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I look at the comments below, there are so many people that are commenting on it because they think it's real.
Oh, yeah.
Like, here's one, and almost everybody can find it. There's a ice cop goes into a fast food place and he's wanting to order some food. And there's a lady behind the counter giving him all kinds of crap about being an ICE officer and slaps him and tells him to get out, and he turns and runs. That's AI. There's nobody going to do that. And if they do, they ain't going to be there long.
Oh, my goodness. My journey with the Badge to Skip and Wrestler helped me build my channel, traveling around interviewing retired cops.
Yeah.
So.
We were just telling him the things that we've noticed that worked for us and things that really didn't work for us, and just kind of pointing out a few things to help him get started quickly. And the last thing that I watched him, gosh, what was it? Seemed like it was a couple weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. I have a hard time remembering what it was about. But anyway, but a lot of these retired cops, man, when they talk about some of the stuff that they've seen, witnessed, some things are funny, some things are just downright awful. Just disgusting things that they've seen and done.
Oh, well, the Wrestler said, luckily they had a double room suite where Mom can move in with him, making it a little better on him, but he's still having trouble giving up his house at 40 years. That is hard. That's, think about it yourself. We all go kicking and screaming because it's not something like giving up driving. I said, you don't
Oh,
want to. But
remember I was trying to get Dad to quit driving?
I remember.
We never tried to get him to quit driving. We just,
Took the keys.
well, me being the congressman that I am, I just told him, Dad, you can't drive anymore. He said, yes, I can. I got a driver's license. I got the keys right here.
Yeah.
I said, I know you got the keys. I know you got the driver's license, Dad, but your memory. And I told him straight out, I said, you've got, at that time, it was, come on, come on, come on. I knew you was coming up here. I said, you had dementia. I said, you forgot to stop at a red light. You had that accident. I said, they can't have it anymore.
When then his license expired,
Expired, yeah.
and so he wanted our son to take him to get a new license because he kept telling him you can't drive, you don't have a license anymore.
He said, well, let's go get a new one.
So
I
our
said, you
son took
can't.
him to get one.
So my oldest boy, because we didn't live there full time, we was down here. We'd go up there when we could. So he told him, he said, Papa, he was mad. He wanted to go get a new driver's license. He said, I tried to tell him he can't. He said, but he wouldn't listen to me. So I said, what'd you do? He said, I took him to the license branch and he went to get his test. And then I sat him down at a table. He said, but I couldn't be around him. I had to walk away. The lady there, yeah, it's a small town, everybody knew everybody. And so he said, I sat off to the side and he did video and he sent it to us. Dad sat there at that table reading these questions and he was talking to my mom, who is dead.
Yeah.
What do you think, Ruth? He said, well, it says here about taking, if you get to a four-way section at the same time, who has right of way? He said, what do you think?
And then when he didn't pass the driver's thing, terribly didn't pass
They
it.
cut his license.
Yeah, and they cut his license, and so he finally said, that's it. Once they did that, then he wasn't driving anymore.
So we bought him a golf cart because we thought in Van Buren, this is where it's at. It's a little. I said, you can take that and roll it down, get your newspaper, get your coffee or donut down there if you want to, drive around town. The only thing, Dad, you cannot cross or drive down Highway, what is it, 5 that goes
Yeah.
through there? Highway 5. I talked to the police. They said, that's fine. They said, it'd be nice if you had a little flag on the back. So we got him one of them long flag things. And I said, but you can take it anywhere you want to go. Well, he had it for a couple, 3 weeks. We went up there to visit him again. And I went in the house and first thing out of his mouth, and you could tell he was a bit angry. And I'm not sure why, but he said, you know that thing out there in the garage you bought me? I said, yeah. He said, well, get it out of here, sell it, do what you want to with it. He said, I don't want it anymore. So we give it to our boy to take up to where he lived because they could drive it in his town. And I told him, I said, look, you take it and we'll keep this. Dad may want it back. Maybe he don't remember things. And if he wants it back, you bring it back. He said, okay. And he never asked for it. So something's happened. We don't know what happened.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we're running out of time here, so I don't think I've got a whole lot here that's interesting or important. But Merle Norman, July 16th, have an open house, 11 to 5, at 1050 Pachara Boulevard. That's next to Belk's in La Plaza Grande in Spanish Springs. They have drawings, door prizes, limited edition sets, discounts, and gift with purchase and refreshments. Fairfield Farms hosting July garden classes, July 18th and 23rd, 9 to 10 a.m., held at the nursery, 12472 Highway 301 North. It's free if you pre-register at tinyurl.com/2fx4w73. Did you get all that? Huge indoor craft sale, July 18th and 19th at World Equestrian Center. It's from 10 to 4 Sunday and 10 to 3, or 10 to 4 Saturday and 10 to 3 on Sunday. They've got 175 artists and crafters, 100 plus door prizes. First 100 will receive a free tote bag from Michaels. The World Equestrian Center is at 1284 Northwest 87th Court Road in Ocala. Fiesta of the Americas, 1 to 5 Saturday at the Lady Lake Square Mall. They'll have music, ethnic cuisine, games, and fashion. And one more. Arts and craft, decor, and more. Christmas in July is 9 to 2 Saturday at Colony Cottage. Can't hardly talk here. But that's what we got, and for that we're gonna get out of here.
Come on,
And,
buddy. You gotta get down.
thank you, moderators. Thanks everybody come see us, and love y'all.
Yeah, Jose's coming over, I think, in a couple of days.
Okay.
My Ring camera on the front door, don't know what happened. All of a sudden, I have no video on the front door camera at all, and it says it's disconnected from the internet. But my Wi-Fi's working. I reset it. I done everything, and I don't know what else to do.
And the one in the back, you go out and it says that you're being recorded.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I haven't changed anything. All I know is the one in the front don't work at all. I don't care about it talking.
Well, I just know it didn't talk before. Bye, guys. Have a great day.
You know, I hate it. This thing's like this because you can't see. But if I turn it around, then everything's backwards and everybody complains. And so I just don't do that either. Where in the hell is everything?